Welcome to Weird Just Messages podcast. Of course, I am Mike.
What's up? It's Marcus.
How you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing great, man. Can't complain, man. Ready to get into the shits, man. We had a good week.
Mhm.
How was your week?
My week was good. Smooth. Just went through work. Just had to get everything, situated. But other than that, everything's good, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. I had a good week, man. Can't complain at all. Went by pretty fast too.
Yeah, it did.
Definitely
This
went
this
by.
month is flying by.
Yeah, I mean it's February.
Yeah.
So, what was it? Yeah, this is not a leap year, so this is what 28 days.
Yeah, 28 days. Man.
So yeah, man, about a week and a half it'll be March, man. Then before you know it'll be April,
Mhm.
and then
Birthday's coming up and shit.
yeah, man, you already know summertime. Summertime is always here, man. But yeah, man, let's go ahead. Let's get right into the shits, man. Super Bowl recap, man. Super Bowl recap, aka Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
So we had Super Bowl 59 between Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles. Technically my real score is like 34-0. That's technically my real score.
Because those last,
I know the Chiefs, they got 22 points, but that was like some garbage time shit. So I'm either rolling with 34-0 or 40-6. That's those are the real scores I'm rolling with. But I think the ending score, official score, was 40-22. Salute to the Philadelphia Eagles. I was wrong on my Super Bowl pick. I thought the Chiefs was gonna come out victorious. Patrick Mahomes was gonna get that three-peat, but they literally made that man look like he was, I don't know, motherfucker Jeff George out that bitch. You get what I'm saying? Salute to the Philadelphia Eagles for I haven't seen a defense dominate like that in the Super Bowl in a long time. Probably since like that Seahawks Broncos Super Bowl. Just domination out the gate, bro. Yeah. The Moors got the white cornerback taking pick sixes to the house. Shout out to Cooper DeJean. And that was his birthday.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hell of a birthday, hell of a rookie season. So for that to be your rookie year, pick six in the Super Bowl, and you win the Super Bowl, that's a hell of a story to tell your kids, your grandkids, et cetera, et cetera. So I mean, out the gates, I think they really was licking their wounds from the last Super Bowl that they had. And it was like, yeah, we not leaving no room. Yeah. No room for y'all to breathe. We putting y'all foot on the necks out the gate. This is what we doing. And they just had no answers, bro.
They had no answers. It was like the way they control Patrick Mahomes, man. Patrick Mahomes just, and the funny thing is, it's like, dog, they really was like, it was like four niggas pressuring him because all the wide receivers.
They didn't blitz not one time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all the wide receivers.
Those niggas had 6 sacks.
You know what I'm saying?
With no blitzes.
All wide receivers were covered. You know, they had him, they basically had him like boxed in, bro. He couldn't move. This was a game for Patrick to probably use his feet. And he just never used them.
Bro, listen, he couldn't get nothing shaking, bro. He couldn't get nothing shaking. Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, the D tackles of the Eagles, I mean, monsters. Josh Sweat, shout out to Josh Sweat. It's Florida State Seminole, by the way. Yeah. Shout out to him. He had a good game, but I mean, they just locked the fuck in, bro. Like, those is going up there with like the Baltimore Ravens 2000 Super Bowl performance, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 02 Super Bowl performance against the Raiders, that 2013 Seahawks versus the Broncos. Like, those are like the top 4, top 5 dominating Super Bowl defense I've seen in my lifetime. That was ridiculous, bro.
They made him look pedestrian. They made him look normal. We've never seen Patrick Mahomes look normal, and they made him look normal. You know, you gotta give props to the Philly. And I was wrong on my Super Bowl prediction as well. I mean, look, props to Jalen Hurts. You know, he did his thing. I'm still don't think he's a quarterback that can just win you games off the arm, but he's good for what he does, especially for that team. And he don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? He don't gotta do that. He don't gotta win like that. So, hey, if you want to call him just a system QB, then I guess so, you know, but for that system, it's gonna work, and he's still young.
I don't even think he's a system QB. I think he's just a good, solid quarterback.
Yeah, he's a good solid
quarterback. Yeah. Like you say, he don't really got to go out there throw for 455 touchdowns and shit like that. He's not gonna make two, and he doesn't get rattled. Yeah. As he get old, like as he gets more and more experience, he doesn't really get rattled. Like, he had an interception in the first quarter. Yeah, and he just turned around and was just like, all right, you know, shake that off. Next play. and he continued to just make the right plays, make the right reads. So I'm gonna give Jalen Hurts his props, man. Like he's for to be 26 years old, already been in 2 Super Bowls, won Super Bowl MVP. That's not an easy feat.
Yeah, I think in his career, when it's all said and done, I think he's a guy that's probably gonna go under the radar.
Yeah.
You'll probably look back at the stat book and be like, "Oh shit, he had." Because at the end of the day, now 300 still, even in his last Super Bowl, 300 still 300. You know what I'm saying? So it's just how he does it. But I gotta give dog his.
Yeah, even if you listen to like the sounds of the game, he's like, man, that last one just. Yeah. You know, it made him who he was today, and you got to give him his credit. I didn't think it was gonna be that dominating of a performance, bro. That was insane. Patrick Mahomes, I still view Patrick Mahomes the same way. Nothing's changing on my end. I still got him top 2 quarterback all time. I know everybody had the GOAT conversation, of course. But hey man, Brady, it took 10 years for Brady to win his 4th ring. He went 10 years in between his 3rd and 4th ring. So Patrick Mahomes has plenty more times to run up another one. I don't care if he wins 9 rings. Brady will always be my GOAT. But as far as a conversation outside of me, I understand the conversation people want to have. It's not over, man. Like, you know, Patrick Mahomes, he had a bad game. It happens. He's still 3-2 in Super Bowl appearances. So, I mean, at the end of the day, got his ass whooped. It happens. Yeah. Now, you could say Brady ain't never went out in that fashion, which reason why I hold him to the standard that I do. Brady ain't never had no Super Bowl performances like Patrick done had against the Buccaneers and now this one against the Eagles. So people want to use that. That's fine. I understand. Judge the performance for what it is as far as comparing them to. I just think Brady is just the guy. Fuck the resume. He's just the guy. And like, I said this other day on Twitter, like, you know, Brady gets a lot of credit for being the GOAT for his accolades, but like, I done seen him make some throws in that pocket that's like, how the fuck he made that shit, bro? Like, and he don't got to scramble to make the throws. That's what make him so great to me. Like, he don't got to be the Aaron Rodgers, you know, the Patrick Mahomes that make off-platform run throws. Like, I done seen this dude under duress make throws and, like, put that shit right on the money. And it's like, dog, that's insane. But Patrick could be all right, man. He is far from over. His career far from over. I don't know what Travis Kelce going to do because he definitely did not show up. DeAndre Hopkins did not show up neither. You might have to put that coat back in the closet for your pops.
Niggas was calling that shit rock roller fur.
Rock roller fur is crazy. No disrespect, you know, RP to his pops, but
RP.
I know he was like, all right, son, like, because he had a couple of bad throws that was egregious. I mean, bad drops that was egregious. I'm like, God damn, nigga, how the fuck you drop that? But sometimes the lights might be too bright for niggas. He never been on that stage before. Travis Kelce, I definitely expected better. So, you know, he said he gonna review and evaluate over the next couple of weeks what he gonna do. But I mean, hey, if he go out, bro, he's top 2 in my book. So I mean, of course nobody wants to go out like that, even when you're all time. So I mean, it just waits to see. But I'm gonna tell you this though, I think this is the last opportunity we seen for a team to do a 3-peat.
Damn, you don't think nothing else?
I'm not saying it's impossible. Anything is possible. But it's going to be a while before we see another team doing some 3-peat, threatening to get a 3-peat.
I don't know, man. I think with this NFL now, I think it's very possible for somebody to ring off another 3.
But I mean, a 3 has never been done, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to say ring off. Yeah, be in position to ring off another.
I don't know. Every time somebody I seen people trying to creep in the conversation about the Eagles. You know, can the Eagles be a dime? Bro, you got to win 2 Super Bowls to even be considered in that conversation.
And that's hard.
They just won 1.
Yeah, that's hard.
They're not. Don't even entertain them convos. But again, I think the Chiefs will be back. The Eagles, they'll still be formidable. They got a great roster. Shout out to Saquon Barkley. Hey, left the Giants, went to the Eagles in his first year, got a Super Bowl. Can't be mad at that.
And
got paid.
Yeah. And got paid. So shout out to bro. He was like if there was like a playoff MVP, bro.
He was balling. He was balling.
MVP.
Definitely balling. Definitely balling, bro. Like I was like, my God, bro. Like Patrick was just like seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
Literally seeing ghosts. Then the old line couldn't do. I mean, you got to credit the Eagles defense though, because I think they really came in just seeing blood.
Yeah.
And shout out to Vic Fangio, the Eagles defense coordinator. He had a plan. Chiefs defense tried to do it, but they couldn't get off the field.
Yeah, that's about
like the Chiefs kept punting, turnover, punting. Them niggas ain't crossing 50 till like the second half, bro.
God damn.
And then the garbage time shit, it was just like, that's why I say like the real score was like 34-0, 40-6 for me.
Yeah, it's really 34-0 to me. I really feel like them boys like
that was it.
It was such a dominating performance.
Dominating performance, bro. Dominating. But again, salute to Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP at 26 years old. Got a long career ahead of him. I'm interested to see how, the rest of his career pans out. And Chiefs, they just got to get back to the drawing board, man. Hey, sometimes champs get punched in the mouth, man, but I can't really hang my head too bad. I mean, I already got 3 of them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm already established. I'm already
Yeah. So everything Patrick is doing now is just brownie points to the resume, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think with Jalen Hurts, man, he really could become like as far as like cultural figure in football, like just to see how dog move. Dog kind of remind me of like on some Derek Jeter type shit.
Think so?
Yeah, on some real shit. Like I think bro really gonna like cross over like and be like out here as far as like, as far as probably maybe like one of the most popular players in the NFL. I could
clean cut, no scandals.
Yeah, I could see that.
I can definitely see that too, man. I can see that. I think with Jalen Hurts is also like, his calmness.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like he just goes out there and works. He always wants to get better. He don't really hang his head neither, bro. That's one thing I can say about Jalen Hurts. He don't really hang his head when shit get bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just shout out to them boys, man. Shout out my nigga Mook. He from Philly. He Eagles fan, so shout out my nigga.
Yeah, I got a bunch of homeboys as Eagles fans.
Yeah, shout out to Mez. Mez an Eagles fan.
Mm-hmm.
So niggas got their ring, man. Hopefully I can experience that one. I can experience that feeling one day with the Panthers, man. Hopefully. Well, I don't know, man. I wanted to read this post from AJ Brown.
Yeah.
As he reflected on being a champion. And I think this kind of goes back to like the whole legacy conversation we was having a few pods ago.
Yeah.
So I want to read this post. This is from AJ Brown, the Eagles wide receiver. He said, after a few days, I've had time to reflect on being a champion. I tried to feel how everyone made it seem to be a champion. Unfortunately, it was short-lived. 2 days to be exact. LOL. I've never been a champion at the highest level before, but I thought my hard work would be justified by winning it all. It wasn't. My thrill for this game comes from when I dominate. It's the hunt that does it for me. It's when the DB drops his head and surrender because he can't fuck with me. The intense battles, early mornings, late night sacrifices. I love putting smiles on people's faces. Don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't what I thought it would be. It's the journey that I love the most. Back to work. And at first I was like, damn, bro, like you scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl, getting paid in Philly. Like, what was it? And then I was like, nah, I understand it.
Cause at the end
I really understand it. And this kind of goes back to that whole legacy talk. And it's like, niggas really enjoy the journey, the thrill of the chase. It's not, you're only doing this so I can get this prize at the end. I'm doing this because I genuinely love it. Now, if I happen to get this, then cool. But I love the journey. I love putting in the work. I love, like he said, dominating, DB dropping his head. And everybody don't have that feeling of, if I don't win, my career wasn't shit. And I'm not downplaying the ones who do strive to, hey, I'm playing this game strictly to win the championship. I'm not downplaying that at all. But I understand that mindset because at the end of the day, that tells me that's somebody who really loves putting in the work. He loves going to play in the 17 weeks to go, go out there and ball. And if he happens to get the Super Bowl on the way, then cool. But I understand what he said. Yeah, it wasn't justified just by me becoming a champion.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, your resume gonna always speak. So, throughout your journey, you constantly put things on your resume, and you look back and be like, man, I've built an impressive resume for myself. The ring kind of, in certain people's situation, it might solidify them.
Yeah.
In certain people's situation, it don't solidify them. It feels like, what, if I get that ring, that's cool. But if you look at my resume, everybody, from what I got on the stat sheet to what my peers say around me is the thing that really affects me the most. Like, yeah, when I lined up, when a DB see me and he lined up against me, like, oh, that nigga was a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had a hard hit. That's one of my toughest challenges right there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always loved on Knuckleheads. The first question they used to ask, they ask everybody is, who's the first person to bust your ass?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of puts you in the frame of mind of like, bro, I gotta, I'm, my peers are going to talk about me that same way too. Yeah. Like, hey man, when I matched up against that nigga was a problem. Cause there's a lot of people, don't get me wrong, we play the game. People, it's the resume building, and then the championship for some, like I said, is the final thing that solidifies.
As far as the competition, yes.
Competition solidifies them. Nobody can take that away.
Facts.
But within doing that, you still got to get some type of respect from people. You still got to get some type of, oh man, this dude was a Pro Bowler. When I lined up against him, it was a problem. Yeah, he might not have won the ring, da-da-da-da. And then you got some people who like, hey, bruh, that nigga was everything, you know what I'm saying? He was on some range, because Randy Moss don't got one, but he's the greatest wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's the greatest wide receiver.
But then you got, and that's why I speak to the other side too. You do got some players who feel like, damn, bro, like I never got there. Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, like it ate them boys up that they didn't win a championship. So I'm not downplaying that side. I just understand AJ's perspective and why when I look at a player's legacy, the ring is not the end all be all for somebody's greatness.
No, it's not.
That's how I always viewed it. It's not the end all be all for somebody's greatness.
But and the thing for him is that he got the ring now.
Now he got it.
So
he's just looking at it like, all right, cool. Like now I want to get back to work.
Where now I can, fully be who as far
you can't say I'm not a champion. I got the championship.
Yeah, I got the ring now. So now it's like, okay, now I'm about to
continue to run up my shit.
Running my resume up. You know what I'm saying? And AJ Brown definitely got that ability. I mean, that nigga is nice as shit. So
I feel like also too, like the goal is when you playing at a professional level, the goal is to win a championship.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like you should beat yourself up that badly if you don't ever get it, because at the end of the day, somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. Yeah. So if you look back at your career, the only way I say you could beat yourself up is if you know you bullshitted.
Yeah.
If you bullshitted, then yes, you should hang your head. But if you went out there and you gave it your all every time, like shit, John Elway was 0-3 in Super Bowls before he won his last two. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like he was 0-3 in Super Bowls, and I know that probably fucked him up. But I can't say John didn't really go out there and try. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's all about the effort that you put in. That's how I look at it. Like say, hypothetically speaking, you went to the NBA. Would you feel like your career wouldn't be justified if you didn't win a championship?
Nah, because at 5'9", for me to even get there would be like a miracle. You know what I'm saying? So I would want to be like an all-star. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I could at least, because at the end of the day, I want to see people, recognize me, and really for my peers to be like, hey, bro, when I was on the court with that nigga was a problem, bro.
Right.
That nigga gave us some issues, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's guys who maybe might have fell a little bit under the radar, and maybe they might have had maybe a little one all-star appearance, or, maybe they didn't get an all-star appearance at all, but all their peers always talk very highly of them, you know what I'm saying? So I think you play the game, for the accomplishments, for the ring, but I think really players play. I mean, just even on a small scale, bro, you really play for the respect of your peers.
I'm really starting to understand that too.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I didn't really think it was like that. I thought everybody was going out there to ultimately win that ring. Yeah. But the trash talking is a part of that too.
Yeah, because
the trash talking is like, no, niggas gonna respect me out here.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying? That's the main thing when you playing athletics is you want the respect from others. You know what I'm saying? You want other people to acknowledge you and be like, yo, that nigga's nice. Whether it's your teammates, niggas from the other team, because you could have, you could be an established player. You maybe win a couple rings, but if niggas don't look at you and be like, damn, boy, that nigga was a boy. Like, if he was just
right, because again, you got a lot of players who got rings
and ain't, same level.
And I don't want to use Julian Edelman as a punching bag, because I do like Julian. He's like a great slot wide receiver.
Yeah.
But I use him as an example because he won't go down as one of the greatest. He got 3 rings in the Super Bowl MVP. We're not putting him up there with Larry Fitzgerald. We're not putting him up there with T.O. We're not putting him up there with Randy. We're not putting him up there with Jerry. Like, we rank these guys how we rank them for a reason. Mm-hmm. And none of those guys I just named outside Jerry Rice got a ring. You get what I'm saying? Julian has 3 of them and a Super Bowl MVP, but at the end of the day, I don't think people will be like, yeah, like, he was like the T.O. He was like the Randy. Shit, even Chad Johnson. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, or like, you can't.
Yeah. Or Julio Jones, Antonio Brown.
Calvin Johnson,
exactly. So it's just levels to it. And now when you say, I think niggas going out there to play for their respect to their peers, because I would feel the same way too. Like, bro, if I ever played basketball at the pro level, I'd be a liar to say I wouldn't want a ring. I definitely would want one. But ultimately, like, yeah, bro, like, when Mike stepped on the court, it was a problem.
Yeah.
All-star appearances, like all NBAs.
Yeah.
Yes, all that. I want to collect that on the way. Yes, ultimately, when I go out there, I want to win. The competitive nature don't die, But I can't see myself coming at the end of my career, probably being 6-time All-Star, a couple of All-NBAs, and be like, yeah, my hard work wasn't justified because I didn't win a championship.
And then
I don't think I could say that.
Yeah, and then you got to look at it in context because, I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. Some players know when they get to a certain situation, it's like, nah, we're not in a position to win. We're not going to win. Yeah. No matter how much points I score.
So at that point, you're just playing for the name on the front and the back of your jersey.
Pretty much at that point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So some players, I mean, you got to think, there's some guys out there who, like, since their rookie season, man, have never really, like, were always in positions where they never had playoff success. Like, I be watching this little
Lou Williams.
Lou Williams got playoff success in more towards the end of his career. But there's guys who have never really, they've only touched the playoffs maybe 2 times in their career, bro. Yeah. It really get down like that. So how can you really, for them, you got to justify yourself. Like you say, you're doing the best you can. Whatever the front office do, you have no control over. So, you know, you can try to put yourself in the best positions by, you know, getting traded, maybe talking, you know, whatever the case. But at the end of the day, all you can really do is go out on the field or on the court and prove your worth, prove that you're good, and, you know, continue to try to build your resume. Because anything else after that is really not up to you. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, some guys are in certain, you know, teams and organizations that, like, bro, they never prioritize winning. You know what I'm saying? They've never been winners. Mm-hmm. So as a player, you might fuck around and spend a decade at this organization. Yeah. Just because off the fact that, you perform it and they paying you, but you know you're not going nowhere.
Yeah, and then you got some niggas who just, you know, the Ben Simmons of the world. The niggas who just like what basketball provide for them. They don't like basketball. It's the difference between going out there and playing and going out there and losing, but you giving effort, and then you just going out there losing and not really putting
not giving a fuck.
Not giving a fuck. And Ben Simmons is under that tree. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's somebody who likes what basketball provides for him. He don't like basketball. Albert Haynesworth, the defensive tackle, used to play for the Titans, went to Washington, paid him an ass of money. Same way. Didn't want to put in the word. This man couldn't pass his conditioning test. Shit. This was fresh off an all-pro season. No, you just wanted the bag. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But you got players who want the bag and they want to still go out there and put in the effort to try to win a championship, or take a pay cut. We seen it. Yeah. LeBron James, he teamed up in Miami, took a pay cut, try to win. Other players took a pay cut, KD did it. Others have done it. And then some of them, even if they take the pay cut and don't win, they kind of, well, it was shit. You know, I probably could have just went out here and got my bag. You get what I'm saying? But at least you put forth the effort to try to. You get what I'm saying? That's how I look. Because at the end of the day, especially in this era, when we talking about NBA money can't be the problem.
Nah, it's
money, unless they slap you in your face if you a superstar, like trying to pay you $15 a year. No superstar should be getting $15 million a year. But the money can't be it now. We talking about niggas is getting all this TV money now. Leagues getting all this TV money. The cap going up every year. So, like, at the end of the day, if you in a position to, okay, yeah, like, I can get $60 a year to stay here, say how they saying OKC, or I could go to Minnesota and get 50, 45 a year. Is it really that big of a, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, so it just all depends on what your priority is.
Yeah, and you got to also look at your,
because you got some niggas who been getting money since the beginning. Yeah. All right, now I'm trying to, like Bradley Beal, he always been getting money. Yeah. Saying, all right, time for me to go. Yeah. Yeah, Dame, same shit, always been getting money. All right, time for me to go get the ring. Or it could be reverse. So niggas, you got a lot of niggas like AJ Brown. AJ Brown's still young. Yeah. You would say he got his ring on the front end of his career. So now on the back end,
he's trying to build it up.
Just build it up, get money.
Get money
and run up his stats.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you run your stats up, especially NFL is harder to get into the Hall of Fame than the NBA.
100%.
But, you get your bag. I mean, you get your accomplishments of, like Jason Tatum. You get your accomplishments up front.
Oh, my God.
And your bag and everything else.
He gonna continue. You could just, at this point, he could just cruise and continue to get more money.
But at the same time, with somebody like him who's achieved success so early, so fast, you got to have that burning desire to want to
still
keep wanting to go, because you can easily fall back, but when you fall back, they forget about you.
Because like these two niggas right here,
they never
fell back. They always had the fire to win and be the best, and that's why I say I can't downplay that, and I love that about them too. And there's a lot of players like that. They still wanted to go out there and win. Don't get it fucked up. Jordan won his money too.
Yeah.
Because them last 2 years, he's like, hey, we need to revisit. And that's why he was getting 31 when nobody else was getting more than like 17. Mm-hmm. But you can still have both and still want to go out there and have that fire and desire to win. Like, I remember I watched an interview with Steve Smith, Panthers wide receiver, years ago. This like 2008. He had an interview with Shannon Sharp, I think, on NFL Network. And he was asking, he was like, what are you trying to get out of this? He's like, man, I want to be the best. And he started crying. Like, Steve has always played with like that burn because he 5'9". Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? He from LA. So he came from, positions. He's like, man, I had scouts tell me to my face, you'll be nothing more than a punt return in this league. Damn. But what's so funny about Steve Smith? His first career play, he took a 100-yard kickoff to the house. Shit. 2001 versus the Vikings. I watched that shit live.
Damn.
That was the first time he touched the ball. He took a 100-yard kickoff to the house. And then he became one of the greatest of ever, like at the wide receiver position. But, you look at Steve Smith, 5'9". He rep for the smaller guys. Like, he rep for the 5'10" and under wide receivers. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So when I see him talking and having that interview, he's like, man, I want to be one of the best. I want to be recognized as an all-time great. What does that mean? He want to get to a Hall of Fame. Yeah. He want to get that gold jacket one day. You get what I'm saying? And I think a lot of them, like you said, the respect from their peers. Like, I've heard other players talk about Steve, like, nah.
Yeah, he was a deal. He was a dog out there.
It's a problem. Like, you don't want no problems with him. Size didn't mean shit. Like, he had that heart, but he played. Everybody always says Steve was 5'9", but he played like he was 6'5". Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I think at the end of the day, when you go out there and you try to perform and you on this journey, I do understand that thrill of the chase shit, bro. I really do. That's not to say that you don't appreciate the accomplishments at the end of it, depending on whatever field you in. But shit, tomorrow, bro, let's get back to work.
Yeah.
Let's keep this shit going. That's when you really realize. That's why if you were privileged to win on the front end of your career, you'll really know how you still had that same fire and desire to keep on playing. Now, if you, on the opposite side, you get it towards the end, he's like, damn, maybe you do feel justified because, damn, nigga, I've been playing 9-10 years. Yeah. On my 11th year, I finally won this fucking ring. Yeah, nigga, I feel justified. You get what I'm saying? But I really do understand. That thrill of the chase is some real shit.
Yeah.
That thrill of the chase applies across all boards.
Yeah.
It applies across all boards. Like, you could really be chasing some shit and then be like, damn, I got this shit. Like, it's no different from like when rappers and entertainers talk about getting the money, getting the cars, getting the clothes.
What else is it?
Like, I remember somebody said, bro, I bought, he said, was it J. Cole or somebody? I can't remember this. Like, man, I went and bought like this $30,000 watch. He's like, bro, I don't even know where that shit is at. But when I was a kid and I was, seeing all the rappers.
This meant everything.
I was like, damn, I thought me getting this shit, I would feel like, boom. But as you get older, you really start to realize, like, what's really for you.
Yeah. You start to kind of narrow in on what you like, what you don't like, what you know fits you, what doesn't fit you. You just start to get to know yourself a little bit better once you have really heavy once you start growing and finding out certain experiences. And I like you said, it goes across all boards, you know what I'm saying, for as you grow and if you are evolving as a person, then you'll start to grow out of certain things. You'll start to see things a different way. You'll start to pick up new things, you know what I'm saying, new things that you feel like can benefit you. So
yeah, because shit, I don't want to be motherfucking Adam Morrison. I got 2 rings, but niggas ain't talking about like, I ain't really solidified in this game. You get what I'm saying?
Nobody knows me, nigga. Like, no offense, people. If I go to Spokane, Washington, they know me, but anywhere else out in the world, I mean, that's probably where they know me from.
I mean, he's a legend in Spokane, of course, but like in the NBA world, it's like, nah, it's quiet for Buddy.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That nigga was raw as fucking Gonzaga, bro. That nigga was sick.
He was. And Michael Jordan moved all the chips to the middle of the table for his ass, but it just didn't work out. So I salute to AJ Brown for honestly making me think and reflect on it. Like, that thrill of the chase shit is real, bro. Like, that thrill of the chase is real. You get something, you be like, damn, bro, it's not really what I thought it was. Like, all right, let's get back to work. Like, that's where you really start to understand, like, people's love for the game. So it could be acting, it could be drawing, it could be singing, it could be dancing, it could be whatever. You go to this big dance competition and you win and you be like, damn, like, okay, I enjoyed it, but I want more.
Yeah,
and I think that's what it boils down to too. Is like, you just want to continue to work.
Yeah, it's always more. It's always more. So you got to continue to work if you want to put yourself in those different conversations. Because like I said, Yeah, we play for accomplishments, we play for things like that. But once you start getting in a certain, as far as an athletic standpoint, once you start getting to championship talk, that's when things start getting moved around. People start getting put in different boxes and things like that. And if you want to get put in that certain box, then you gotta, your resume gotta be legit, but you also gotta win something.
Right.
And once you win something, to win one is cool, but to win multiple,
you might start getting addicted to that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Now
you start getting addicted to that
now
shit.
you're in a whole nother conversation.
Right.
Box, you know what I'm saying? So the more you keep pursuing and wanting to achieve more, the more they put you in these different spots and spaces, and niggas get further and further and further. The gap becomes wider between you and the next man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when the respect level is even higher from niggas like, damn, because this nigga had, how I hear people talk about Kobe, like, man, this nigga had, he was on a run. This is Kobe that had about, I want to say that 03. He already had when he first won his first ring off his first three, and then the trial and shit happened, and then he lost the Adidas deal.
That 03 to 07 window was like,
he was tearing niggas the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that.
No playoff success, but he was tearing niggas up.
He was tearing niggas the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And everybody talk about that window of Kobe, like, bruh, that nigga he always been a problem, but when that window came, he was like, that nigga was damn near unstoppable.
Right, facts. So let's talk about the halftime show, man. Let's get into the halftime show. Kendrick Lamar headlined the halftime show along with SZA. What did you think of it?
It was cool. It was good. I like the messaging. I love when he had Samuel Jackson was narrating.
I love the narration of Samuel
Jackson.
Jackson.
I thought that was super duper.
I did love that.
I like the messaging. At first, I was trying to pick up, maybe because it was so heavily censored, or I really couldn't hear that well. I don't know. But at first it was a little slow at first, and then it started to pick up, and then the messaging came a little bit more clear. Then it's like, oh, all right, I get where dog coming. I see where dog coming from. And then, of course, the Not Like Us, came on, and, he smoked that shit. The game over at the end. Like, all together, it was a great performance. He tied in a lot of things. Like I said, in the beginning, it was a little bit slow, but then it picked up. And then once it picked up, it kind of took off. So props to Kendrick, man. He put on a good show.
What I love the most about the performance, I love the Samuel Jackson narration.
Yeah, that shit was
love that. Overall, I would say it was a little underwhelming. I think towards like the last 3-4 songs, it turned up. It definitely turned up. But I think overall, it was a little bit underwhelming. I wouldn't say it was bad. It wasn't a bad performance. But I think for the expectations that I had, I think it underperformed. I didn't like the set list. That was a set list that we seen going around prior. Some people saw it, some didn't. I thought the set list could have been a little better. Definitely could have been a little better. The set list that they did have, let me pull it up. It was 11 tracks. It was, let me see. So you had Bodies. It was like that, I guess like a one-off from GNX, or probably a track that didn't make the album. You had Squabble Up. You had Humble, DNA, Euphoria, Man at the Garden, Peekaboo, Luther, All the Stars, Not Like Us, TV Off. I actually have a set list that I think Kendrick should have done. I'm gonna go ahead and name them. You're gonna keep Bodies, because I like that. Like, if you open it up, probably do somebody ain't never heard before. Also, like the niggas getting out the GNX too.
Yeah,
that was fire. That was fire. But if I had a set list that Kendrick could have did, this is what I would have done. Bodies, Squabble Up, Dodger Blue, Peekaboo, King's Dead, Money Trees, Euphoria, Like That, Element, Not Like Us, TV Off.
Yeah,
so
that was a nice
if I had to pick a set list, those are the songs that I would have ran with. I felt like Element fits into that whole narrative, because if I gotta slip a pussy ass nigga, I'm gonna make. Then you go right into like Not Like Us.
Yeah, that would have been hard. That would have.
You get what I'm saying? Like that would have been that. I think that would have been fire.
But it was so heavily censored. He had to.
Even with the sensory, I don't feel like it was. It still would have been better, even with the sensory. Yeah. I didn't like the set list combination. That was just me. I feel like gotta perform Money Trees at least. And all the other ones I just felt like could have been substitutes for the other records. Yeah. I would have loved to hear King's Dead going to Money Trees because J-Rock is on that.
Yeah.
And you transition to Money Trees, and then you could get into Euphoria like that. And then you definitely ended with Not Like Us and TV Off. Yeah. That's why I say that at the end, that's when it was like, yeah, boom, that was fire. But I think overall it was a little bit underwhelming, man. I can't say that it blew me away or anything like that. It was cool, you get what I'm saying? But I did have a little bit better expectations. And I think that's more so based off of the set list, not his performance, because Kendrick is a great performer. I just think based off the songs, that's why I didn't really, because out the gates it was kind of slow.
Yeah.
It was kind of slow. I definitely understand the messaging, so my critique ain't nothing about the messaging or none of that. It was just the set list. The set list was, I wasn't really feeling it.
Okay, I mean, I could kind of see that. I could kind of see your point of view on that. I also think like for him, also a lot of this was, people have this, take of like, oh, this is, this basically was victory lap on Drake.
It should be.
Saying? What it should, which it should be. So I'm not really, because some people trying to use that as he should have did more songs because he, they try to make it seem like because of the beef, that's the reason why he was picking certain songs in a performance, shit like that. But I'm like,
I mean, but he rolling with momentum. Like,
yeah,
I put to you like this. Because at the end of the day, Kendrick did have a hot year. Now, if none of this shit happened last year, I can't honestly say I feel like he would have got picked for the Super Bowl. I don't think he would have got picked if he didn't have the year that he had. But why wouldn't? It's a perfect transition.
Yeah.
It's a perfect transition, especially the fact that GNX came out in November. You get what I'm saying? So him rolling with the momentum, I'm not mad at that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Now, do I think he would have got selected without that year? I don't think he would have got selected without that year. I'm seeing some people say like, even though he did We Off the Heels of the Beef, maybe he should have did different songs so people who not really familiar with him could understand his catalog. And I'm like, yeah, true indeed, because some people feel like it was too GNX heavy, too much directed at Drake. But I mean, you got to understand from Kendrick's standpoint, this is a nigga coming off of the heels of not only GNX, but a nigga suing because of Not Like Us.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I take advantage of playing and I love the tease. The tease was genius.
Yeah.
Let me start by saying earlier, because he's like, people like, why don't you play people's favorite songs? Like, people like to sue.
Yeah.
And then you go revisit it at the end. That was fire.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't I take advantage of that moment to, yes, this is my victory lap.
Yeah.
Yes, this is game over. Why wouldn't I do that?
Yeah, I mean that's what maybe that's just who we are as people. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It's a Super Bowl stage, bro.
Super Bowl stage. I got a chance.
Why wouldn't I do that? Yes, nigga, I'ma stomp on you again.
Yes, on the biggest stage.
Yes, on the biggest stage.
Yes, so niggas can know. Yes, this shit is over. This shit is indeed over. So I don't know. People maybe I mean, like I said, if I'm in his shoes, I do the same shit.
No,
I'm stomping on my adversary right there, bro. Fuck it. We on the biggest stage at that, and still the performances were still good. It wasn't like everything was just a big fuck you to this nigga. At the end, it was, but towards the middle, like everything, there was still good performances. Like it was still, it wasn't like it was like you said. The song selection, probably could have been better, but he had a certain way he was going, and I can understand that too. But overall, I think it was cool. You know what I'm saying? And it was not for nothing. I think they said this is the most Super Bowl watches of all time, like the most viewed.
No, I still think Mike is number one. I think he's like number 2 or something like that.
Oh, okay, then. Well, shit, it's still one of the biggest ones. So it's like, the moments matter.
Yeah, the moments do matter.
Yeah.
And that's because I'm seeing some people say this is why you don't. Because from what I've seen, a lot of people saying like, yeah, it wasn't all that. It was cool. Then you see some people say, no, I enjoyed it. I think overall consensus was it probably could have been better. I didn't really see nobody saying it was trash unless they was just like hating. But some people didn't like it. Some people loved it. And then you had some people like me who was like, nah, that shit was kind of like underperforming, but it wasn't bad. You get what I'm saying? Like it was cool. It was just cool. It's not something that it won't be memorable for me. But I will say I did like the way he finished more than anything, because him closing it out with Not Like Us and TV Off, the fact that he did say Drake name, he said everybody else's name, like, playing on the whole suing thing, that was fire. Again, Samuel Jackson being dope, but I think overall as a collective performance, I think it was kind of like underwhelming. But I do see a situation where, because and also by any, this does not mean that I would have rather seen somebody else perform, especially not Wayne. I don't think, because I seen people saying that too. Oh, we could have just got Wayne to do this, and I was like, nah. Like, I think it was a perfect layup for Kendrick to do this, being off the heels of the year that he was having. I'm not mad at that, giving somebody, the halftime show base. And this is not just somebody. This is somebody who's already solidified in his era. You get what I'm saying? He's solidified as a rap icon. You get what I'm saying? This is not somebody who's a new artist. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what people not understand. We talking about Kendrick Lamar. Like, he's worldwide. Like, people know him. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? He's solidified as an all-time great. Yes, he had his moment where he went away, he came back, but it was like I said, it was a perfect transition for him to get it. But I definitely would have changed up that set list.
Yeah. And I think this is just adding more on to Kendrick's legacy. He still got the whole GNX tour, so this shit ain't gonna stop no time soon. Shit just gonna keep rolling.
Right. Definitely agree with you on that. So, anything else as far as the halftime show? Anything that SZA. I'm seeing people saying SZA. I felt like SZA should have. Kind of felt like she wasn't really there for real. You get what I'm saying?
She really was there just to do the hook for Luther. That's it.
That was it. I feel like if SZA was, especially the way you promoted it, she probably could have did like a song. They did do All of the Stars.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But I feel like for SZA to be there, probably could have did something out her catalog, maybe. I don't know. I kind of felt like she was just there. She didn't really have an impact on the Super Bowl halftime performance.
Nah, not really. Yeah, I mean, she just there, really just played her little part, and then that was it.
Right.
Yeah. That was it. She just played her little part, did her little 2 minutes, and she was gone.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So man, salute to the whole Super Bowl weekend. Again, salute to the Eagles again, put the ass.
Help, boys.
Yeah, man. About the ass. So we have some new music came out. We got Drake and P&D new album called Sexy Songs for You that dropped Friday night. Did you have a chance to listen to it yet?
No, I listened to like a couple of it. It was I don't know, man. Even the R&B shit, it's cool. It's all right, but I wasn't really listening. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I listened to like a couple tracks and then I just kind of stopped. Like I kind of went back to Westside Gunn shit, but
okay.
It was. I mean, if it's for the fans, I'm not really his particular audience, so I'll take a look. Like the Nokia song is cool. I like the first half of it. I don't like the second.
The second half of Nokia is ass.
Yeah, that was like, bro, you should have just kept it the first part. You should have just made that song like 2 minutes and just kept it. That's the only thing I don't. But I mean,
all the snippets of that song being put on videos is just that first half.
Yeah,
that second half of that song is not it at all.
Yeah, but
so you ain't had a chance to really listen to it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. I'm probably not. I'll probably hear it through passing.
Oh, so you're not gonna listen to it?
I'm probably not gonna listen to that shit.
For me, I think the album is cool. It's nothing that's gonna blow me away. It's not memorable.
I mean, yeah, from a Drake and Party fan like you, I want to hear your explanation because I see a lot of mixed reviews on this shit. I see some people say this is good. I see some people say this shit is ass. So I'm not really one to judge because I don't really listen particularly to them like that. So for you, how would you judge this album?
I would say Party definitely underperformed on this album. I think Drake did a lot of carrying. Overall, as an album, I think it's cool. I think it's okay. The run from Deeper to Raining in Houston. So Deeper, Small Town Fame, Pimmy's Dilemma, which is an interlude. Brian Steele, Give Me a Hug, Raining in Houston. So that's tracks 5 through 11. I'll probably add Crying in Chanel. That's the run for me. So from track 4 to 11, that's like the run for me. Outside of that, it's forgettable. And with except for Nokia that first half, but the standout tracks for me is Small Town Fame and Give Me a Hug.
Okay.
Those two.
All right.
So I think overall it's cool. It's not nothing that's a classic. It's not it doesn't give me classic feel. It's not a great album. It's not ass, but it's just cool. It's okay.
Yeah, I've seen some people say that, this should have just been a Drake album.
He did a lot of, but I will say Deeper is Party's standout track on this album. Deeper, I put up there with like that's elite P&D work. Okay. Deeper is the one. So Deeper, Small Town Fame, and Gimme Hug, those are the 3 standout tracks on this album.
Okay, then. So I think it's like 21 tracks.
It's 21.
So out of 21, you rocking with like 8 of them.
So if I had to say the tracks that I really fuck with, I like Crying to Chanel, Spider-Man, Superman, Deeper, Small Town Fame, Pimmy's Dilemma, Gimme Hug. So that's and Nokia. So set first half. So set 6.5. 6.5.
Okay, so 6.5 out of, and it's 21.
And then When He's Gone is kind of growing on me. That's another dope one. That's kind of growing on me. So about 7, I'll say 7 out of 21.
Okay, so what's that like if we was doing math? So if this was a test, and you got 7 out of 21.
Yeah, that's failing, I think.
Yeah. Just a question.
Yeah, so that's like 33%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not, like I said, this album is not nothing that's crazy. It's not memorable. It's not ass to me at all. It's not ass, but it's not great neither.
Yeah, because it's got its moments for you.
Yeah, exactly. It got its moments for me. Like I said, that run from Spider-Man, Superman to Raining in Houston, Gimme Hug, like in between there, fire. Dog, Gimme Hug is straight up fire. Automatically, I added that off the rip. Like, salute to the Aaron Hall flip at the end. That was fire. Deeper, Small Town Fame is by far the best track on this album.
Okay.
Small Town Fame is by far the best track on that album. Like, that's peak R&B Drake right there. I fuck with that. That's that Dirty Mackin music as well. So that beat flip in the middle too, that shit fire. If I had to recommend some tracks for you to probably listen to, it would be those 3. It would be Deeper, Small Town Fame, and Gimme Hug. Okay. Like I said, Nokia the first half, but the second half I'm kind of cool on that shit.
Okay.
And I think Nokia is gonna be the one to like really get its like recognition as far as like, you know, a charting record maybe.
Yeah.
Shout out my nigga JT. He already put it on like for his runway for BFW for Fashion Week and shit like that. But Small Town Fame by far and Deeper. But P&D, he definitely underperformed on this album. He did.
Yeah, I've also
Drake did a lot. Drake did a lot of carrying on this album.
Yeah, I heard T-Pain was like, he was like, those are probably some old Drake tracks that didn't make it to his album, and he was like, here, P&D, put your, add something to it, add a verse or something. That's what T-Pain said, because T-Pain was reviewing the album. He said this kind of the same thing we talking about. It's like, it's all right.
I mean, as far as a collab album, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. It got its moments, though. For me, it got its moments, but it's not something I would say as a collective body of work. It's a great album or it's a classic. No, not at all.
Yeah.
I know, of course, you got some people who are going to say, Drake dropped. No.
Yeah, so it's not a bounce back for you. It's just like, it's cool.
It's cool.
Okay.
It's cool. It's not her loss for me.
Yeah.
I put this like maybe slightly above because I don't like What a Time to Be Alive. But it's a little bit better than that.
Okay.
But even then, it's like, like this and her loss is like night and day.
Yeah. Okay.
But like I said, it got its moments like Small Town Fame, Deeper, Gimme Hug, and that first half of Nokia, and When He's Gone is starting to kind of grow on me. Spider-Man, Superman is a dope song too, but other than that, I'm kind of cool on it, and I think. As more time passes, we'll probably, of course, they might have a tour. Who knows? But I think the reception from it, I did expect some rapping on here, which he did give us on Gimme Hug. Drake ain't never just gonna have something straight through without that. I fuck with, you already know when Drake get the rapping, that's the Drake I fuck with. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like I said, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's not nothing extraordinary. It's not a classic. It doesn't give me classic feel. None of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, I can dig it. I can dig your review. And I might listen to those 3 songs. I don't know. I might take a listen to them shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, I think because P&D dropped the album last year. That was pretty cool. But I think this, depending on what Drake come with after this, whether it be a rap album or he do another R&B project, I don't know. But yeah, cool work. I don't think it's nothing that's gonna. Again, I don't think it's nothing that's gonna be Not at least in my book. I'm not putting it up there.
Yeah, okay.
I do like the artwork. I will say that though. I do fuck with that. That was dope. The CN Tower with them two and the furs with the snow and shit. Mm-hmm. That shit was dope.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit was dope. How you feel about the whole Freddie Gibbs shit?
I mean, bro, it's a bunny rabbit and it's a fucking dollar sign, bro. Who you stole that from somebody?
If I'm Freddie Gibbs, I do kind of look at that kind of sideways. But even when I saw it, I honestly did not think of Freddie. I didn't.
I didn't either. No.
I did not think of Freddie Gibbs at all. I saw that being a big argument on Friday. I'm like, damn, niggas really arguing about this.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, it's a bunny sign and it's a dollar. It's a bunny and a dollar sign, bro. That probably has been done before. Like I don't know why niggas is mad. Like, bro, nobody really has a stake to that. I mean, if you want to say that he bit your style on it, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but at the end of the day, that shit really don't mean nothing, my nigga. If you claim yourself, I don't think these niggas, you claim the bunny rabbit. So at the end of the day, that's always gonna be your shit. They just using this for an album, bro. That's it. Like they'll be off. They're not going to continue to use this theme, bro. They're going to be off that. Like that's what you do. That's you, and that's for like other symbolizations for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, nigga, who give a fuck? But I mean, he ain't really trip off that shit like that. It was mostly like the fans.
Okay.
You know, I didn't really. I mean, I saw him say one thing about it, but I didn't really. And then I seen like bootleg Kev that said some other things about it.
Yeah, he had a couple of tweets surrounding that, basically supporting Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, it's not that serious.
I don't think it's that serious.
Yes, thank you. It's not that serious,
bro. The dude with the CN Tower thing. Did you see that? So a dude apparently pitched the idea to P&D with the whole, the CN. There's I guess a guy, he shot a video with the CN Towers in the background, pitched the idea to P&D, and they kind of like ripped the shit as far as the art, as far as the cover art or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Did you see anything about that?
Nah, I ain't really seen nothing about that. And if he did do that, then I mean, you might have a gripe there because that is your idea, and them boy did kind of snatch that. But I mean,
I would say take him to court if you got a case.
Yeah, if you got a case, if it's something like that, then yeah, if you got a case. But that bunny rabbit shit, I ain't really hearing.
Not jacking that.
No, not jacking that. But that right there, you might, if, depending on how the shit played out, you might have something for that. You might have something for that.
Got you. So yeah, man. Salute to them too for that. Some sexy songs for you.
I guess. What else came? But yeah, I was bumping that Westside Gunn album.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
That shit hard, man. That shit hard, bro. I ain't gonna.
Is that him solo or him and somebody else?
It like that's what I love about this nigga's how he constructs his work. It's very similar to like Raekwon Only Built for Cuban Links starring Ghostface.
Okay.
Starring this person. Like that's how he really plays it out like cinematically. Like, okay,
it's my album, but
yeah, I'm the director of the album, but these are my and these are my stars because Stove God Cooks is like really like he
heavy on the album.
Yeah, he like the star of the album. You know what I'm saying? He's like he, if this was who's somebody that like a good director actor combo like if this is Spike Lee, if Westside is Spike Lee, he's the Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like shit how this shit always works. And man, he smoked this album, man. He killed this album. Like Boswell, him and E.C. Knack. I mean, he's got a very different style. I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? On certain records, some records I don't fuck with, but certain records, bro, like that East Miami, dog went crazy on that shit. But my favorite track on here is Health Science. I love that beat. The 055 Stove God is great. I love Adam's Page. Outlander, Dump World is dope. Gumbo, Yaya, like all this, and then like it beats like some new guys like you introduced, like Brother Tom Saws. I never heard this nigga, but on this shit, that nigga, he's smoking this shit. You know what I'm saying? Dog doing his thing. Like that's why I always love his albums because I just like the way they're constructed. You know what I'm saying? They flow, whether it be through a certain like where there might be like a certain voiceover or maybe like a scene from a movie will flow into it. Like it's just very cinematic or the way he puts his stuff, his albums together. You know what I'm saying? And so this is another good one. This is one of his, I ain't gonna say, yeah, this is one of his best works because this shit is tough. I ain't gonna lie, this shit is tough. I'm gonna be listening to this shit for a while. Like it's a pretty good body of work and how he puts things together. And also that Larry June, 2 Chainz and Alchemist, Life is Beautiful. That's been on rotation since that came out. That shit is to me, that's probably my favorite album, of this young year. That's my favorite album. I listen to this shit every day since this came out. It's a great album, like front to back from 1 to 11. It's a beautiful album.
Okay.
Like I invite, like, bro, you might not really, because I know you don't really.
I don't listen to Westside or Larry June.
Yeah, no, but with Larry, 2 Chainz smokes this shit, bro. Larry does this thing on here too. Larry killed this shit now, because Larry he fucked with some different pockets and flows, but 2 Chainz, man, and it's kind of crazy that people are now realizing that 2 Chainz is lyrical when it's like, bro, this nigga been lyrical his whole career, even going back to when he was Titty Boy. So to see him get that, type of, that type of props, you know what I'm saying, which is cool, because he's also been working with niggas like Status Selector, and, he's been on Griselda, so he's been in that pocket before, but to see him with Alchemist, that shit hard. I'm really interested to see if just him and Alchemist are going to have a album together. That I felt like that would be pretty cool. But yeah, and I would just on music, just since we on music, everybody know I'm a big Clips fan, so We Got It for Cheap Volume 1 and 2, and Pharrell In My Mind is all on iTunes, on Apple Music now, so I've been listening to that.
Salute to them dropping that on there, bro. That shit not stepped on either.
None of that shit is stepped on.
That shit not stepped on either. So drama getting that on there was crazy, bro.
No, but Drama didn't do Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 2 was Clinton Sparks. Volume 1 and Volume 2 was Clinton Sparks. Oh, Drama, of course, the Gangsta Girls. My bad.
The Gangsta Girls. Yeah.
The Gangsta Girls. But the thing is, I want to hear. I want to see if they put on We Got It for Cheap Volume 3, because that's the one Drama did. That's one of my favorites out of the whole.
So We Got It for Cheap Volume 1 and 2 is on streaming?
Yeah, it's on streaming. I love them both, you know what I'm saying? And I don't got to go on.
I got to add those because I didn't see that get added.
Yeah, those got added. I'm grateful because now I don't got to go on fucking YouTube and look this shit up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, mixtapes are getting back, and Drama shit. I remember we was thinking that this Drama shit was going to get pulled, but that shit didn't get pulled yet, so it's official. But I can't wait, hopefully. With these, when I'm seeing shit like this, I'm thinking something's coming up for the Clips. I know this should be dropping very soon.
Yeah, we definitely should be getting this album soon.
Yeah, because this is coming, like, I know Volume 3 is coming out. Well, not Volume 3. I know Pusha T, Gangsta Grills is still, I'm pretty sure that's still in the world. I don't think that shit's going nowhere. I think it's just timing. But for sure, that Clips album is coming very soon. But yeah, that's what I've been on right now, man.
That's what's up. I'm glad you enjoyed those projects, man. What we got else, man? What we got up next? So, Anthony Edwards back in the news again for dumb shit. Anthony Edwards, of course, his baby mama put out some text messages between him and Anthony Edwards, about his, involvement in their child's life. Anthony Edwards basically is just like, told you get the abortion, LOL, and she wasn't getting the abortion. She's already had the child, by the way. I think their child just probably hit like a year old, or something like that. And Anthony Edwards, she leaked some text messages where he was like, she asked him, "Do you hate me?" He was like, but I think he was typing so fast.
Yeah, he was like, he about to say, I think he's trying to say yes or hell yeah.
And then that shit auto-corrected on his ass. That's crazy. And, he's like, yeah, because you having a baby where I'm not trying to be involved in the child's life. And, conversation sparked around that. I think she responded to it too. I don't know if I have the post of where she responds, but all in all, it's just a messy situation.
I mean, I gotta put responsibility. I'm gonna have to put more responsibility on Ant than her, just for the simple fact that, like, bro, you the man. At the end of the day, you can make the decision of, like, you could wear a condom, my nigga. Like,
yeah, let me read her response.
You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be in this situation, bro.
Let me read her response to everything that's surrounding this. So, Aisha Howard, which is Anthony Edwards' baby mama and Lil Baby's baby mother, by the way. You have all become so numb, ungrateful, and disrespectful of the ability to reproduce and give life that abortion has become desensitized. You are so accustomed to seeing, hearing, and being raised by women who had to be the village after abandonment. That society has normalized cowardly behavior. Now the blame is placed on the woman, on the innocent babies, while the man is continuously protected. Let me fix that. It's not your fault, sis. It's your body, your choice, and your voice still matters. Although you may have seen your mother, aunts, and grandmothers handle this on their own, they were never supposed to, and neither are you. To the men who have lacked and continue to lack male representation, influence, and accountability, being a man doesn't start and stop with an erection. Being a father is not optional after bypassing the preventative measures available to you beforehand. Don't become what your fathers were to your mothers. Conceiving takes two. In that moment, both male and female had choices that determine the outcome of tomorrow. It's everyone's responsibility to make choices they can live with. I'm happy with mine. My daughter is a God-given gift, not a mistake. The act was consensual, and my baby is not to blame. It's my body, my choice, my right, my mind. I'm not imposing what you should do with your body, so please respect my choice with mine. To any woman navigating single motherhood, stay strong and stand tall for your babies. The wrong is in abandonment, not in the blessing of reproduction.
Okay. I mean, it's like I said, I'm gonna put a little bit more responsibility on Ant just for the fact that, like, bro, first of all, you the man in the situation, so whether you know it or not, you do, you know, she's the woman, she reproduced, but at the same time, you the man, you still hold the cards at the end of the day, because you're Aunt Edwards, you're the man, and so for that, I gotta lay more responsibility on you, just for the simple fact that you kind of know what position you are. No, Gary, don't get me wrong now. This woman is way older. This woman is old. This woman,
she's 38.
She's 38. She's almost in her 40s. Both of her baby daddies young. So you kind of can already, you know, I ain't going to pass no judgment on her, but, you know, I've known women who were older and fuck with younger niggas, and it's, you know, through, you know, it's usually the young rich nigga, the young nigga who got money, you know what I'm saying? That's who she fucking with, you feel me? And for her situation, you know, if she did see you as a meal ticket or a come up, whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, you still the man. So you can choose whether if you want to put a condom. You could choose not to fuck her. You could choose not to put a condom on her. I mean, you could choose to put a condom on. There's many, like she said, there's preventable measures for you to, before you get to this point of now everybody's in this fucking crazy ass spot now. Because she in a crazy ass, regardless of how she coming, at the end of the day, she still is a woman. She's still pregnant with your child. It does take two to conceive. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people are saying, "Well, girl, if the nigga said that he should have got to abortion," which, you know, some people believe in that, some people don't believe in that. So, at the end of the day, the act was still conceived by two people. Mm-hmm. You still, as the man, can say, "Hey, I can put a condom on. I don't have to do this shit." You still, at the end of the day, and if you was fucking with her that tough, and you felt like you had to, you know, you wanted to take the condom off, my nigga, then you already know what can happen from that. If you're an adult with logical sense, you already know there is a risk of this woman getting pregnant. So if I take this condom off and this girl get pregnant, that's really on you, my nigga. That's on you. You have the choice to make. Now, granted, like I said, whether this woman is somebody who is, you know, trying to, you know, she don't really get me set up vibes, because obviously y'all was fucking with each other. Mm. She might have sought you out, but at the end of the day, if that's the case, you got to be smart enough to realize who's, you know, and people play a role well, but at the end of the day, people do show themselves eventually. Armor, you know, there's chink in the, you know, armor. So eventually down the line, hopefully you don't catch it when it's too late. But you've caught it when it's too late because she has a child. But at the end of the day, you still hold the cards to your future, to your destiny, because you didn't have to fuck with her. You didn't have to take the condom off. You didn't have to do none of this shit. So more of blame is definitely on Aunt Edwards than her.
I disagree, but just slightly. I put a little bit more onus on her because not only is she older, she's seen this episode with Ant before. Ant has been in the public before for not wanting to have babies, not telling, hey, send the video. You get what I'm saying? Hey, like, I'm not trying to do that. Not by much though. Ant 100% needs to be held accountable as far as like being a deadbeat, because at the end of the day, the baby is here, bro.
Yeah.
You got to be a father to the child. You get what I'm saying? And you have to be responsible as a man to take care of your responsibilities. What's done is done. She didn't get the abortion.
Yeah, how old is Ant?
Ant is 23. So
yeah, she might have took advantage of the youth. But at the same time, he's been in this position before, though, Mike.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm putting a little bit more on her for the simple fact that she's 15 years older than Ant. Let's just call it what it is. Yeah. But if I had to wait, I'm gonna give her 60. I'm gonna give Ant 40. And again, is because she's way older and because she's seen this act from him before.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it does take two. So if you see this guy who has been in the public for not wanting to have kids and y'all still engage in sexual acts, it should not either happen or, hey, you need to put that condom on or we not doing this. And that goes for both sides. Yeah. But I put a little bit more onus on her because
her age. Yeah.
Her age, and she's supposed to know better.
Yeah.
And this is not something that she hasn't seen before from this guy. This has nothing to do with her as a person or what she got going on a little bit. I'm just talking about this isolated incident.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm putting a little bit more onus on her. Now that we're past it, Aunt has now had to step up and be in that child's life, whether you like it or not, bro. Mm-hmm. You can go to the courts, pay a child support, do whatever it be. You have to live with being a deadbeat, my nigga. Mm-hmm. You have to live with that. But at the end of the day, that's not man shit. Man shit is putting whatever y'all had to the side. Okay, you mad, you upset. She didn't have, okay, that got nothing to do with your daughter. You got a child here now. Mm-hmm. So you have to now step up to the plate and take care of it the same way you with your girl. And y'all got y'all little girl, you have to carry that shit the same way. You don't got to have a relationship with her, but you need to have a relationship with your daughter. Because at the end of the day, 15 years, 18 years, 20 years down the line, your daughter going to look back on this and you LOLing in the text about getting an abortion and you saying, yeah, you're having a child for I'm not going to be a father in. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up.
That's crazy.
For your child to see. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So Aunt Edwards 100% needs to be sharp up the boots, bro. Do what you got to do. Because, like she said in her response, being a man don't start and end with the erection. Mm-hmm. It go past that. You get what I'm saying? So, I think the ball was dropped on both parties.
Yeah.
For one, first of all, we shouldn't even know about this.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and establish that. We should not know. So, that was petty on her part for even her putting that out there. You get what I'm saying? I understand she might have been hurt, but it's still a proper way to handle shit. At the end of the day, you way older than Aunt. So you're more experienced than him in this field. You've dealt with men in them circles, athletes, entertainments, all that. You have seen Aunt be put on Front Street for, acting this way about having kids with other women. He has 3 other women pregnant. So you going into that situation with him, you should have a little bit more responsibility to be like, hey, listen, regardless of what we do, we're going to have protection.
But it depends, Mike. She might have been coming in it from an ill intention, like, "Oh, I know."
I don't know that.
Yeah, but I don't know either. I'm just saying, but she could have been coming at it from a position like, "Oh, this nigga, he fucking up." You know, so he got 3 girls pregnant. He blah blah blah. Like, I know I could get him. Some girls think
she's
like,
not blind to that.
Yeah,
that's why I can't give her no bail. I'm not about to sit up here and be oblivious to what's here. No, what she knows what's going on with Aunt.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. This is not me dog piling on her because I just got on Aunt, but from her, she has responsibility too. You are 38 years old. You are not new to this.
Yeah,
and this is not the 6th man on the bench. This is not a 12th player on the bench. Aunt has been put on Front Street for these same behaviors, so you should know better.
But the thing is with that is, even if she know better and even if she had ill intention, it's still Ant's job to know that he has to protect himself.
I agree.
Already been in
I agree. Listen, somebody
just
said the other day, these players need to go through health classes before I'm like, bro, they've been having rookie symposiums for over 10 plus years now. These niggas just don't care.
Nah, they're going to live their life.
Ant is the prime example of somebody not caring. Ant don't care. Ant is getting 250 M's at 23 years old. He got another basketball that's paying him 8 figures annually. He just don't give a fuck. He's just a horny, reckless young nigga. That's just what it is. He has to live with these decisions. Mm-hmm. But like she said, it takes 2. Somebody has to carry responsibility to be like, hey, whoa, yes, we're both physically attracted to each other, but we need to go about this type of way.
Yeah.
And it should be both parties. I agree. Mm-hmm. But for her in this situation, if you have this much onus on yourself to put out this statement, that should have came up in your head prior to y'all engaging in sexual acts. That's all I'm saying. Because what this is not Ant's first rodeo.
Yeah.
You are not his first baby mother. Mm-hmm. And he's in a relationship. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all know Ant is just on the documentary talking about his girlfriend and his daughter on Netflix or whatever platform that is. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm saying for her, she knew she could have took the preventative measures as well. Now that the child is here, it's 100% on Ant. Because now, nigga, she didn't have the abortion. You have to step up to the plate and be a father now. That's what come with it. You made your bed, nigga, lay in it. Take care of your responsibilities. she didn't have the abortion. But this goes back to two people not having a responsible conversation prior to sexual intercourse. Yeah. Which is a problem for a lot of motherfuckers. Now, I'd be a liar to sit up here and say that some people don't engage in raw sex off the rip. I have done it. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you're a responsible adult and you sit down and you had these conversations, then you know how you can go going forward. Hey, if a child comes out of it, you have to have those mature conversations. She's not getting the abortion, bruh.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you have to step up to the plate. You cannot force her to get it done. She didn't get it. So you cannot shun your child because she decided to keep the child.
Because at the end of the day, my nigga, like you said, it takes two. So that is your baby too. That's your baby too. At the end of the day, my nigga, whether you hate her regardless or not.
And then you have some situations where, hey, people have raw sex and the woman is like, oh, yeah, I'm not keeping the baby. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Or she'll take a plan B, whatever the case may be. Yeah. There's multiple sides to that equation of raw sex. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Some people, they have raw sex and they understand that, hey, if it come up, yeah, you don't got to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm getting that abortion. You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, and then there's some niggas who be like, hey, if we have a baby, shit, girl, we just going to have a baby.
Right. And then you have some people get up the next day, hey, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to the store real quick. I'm going to get the plan B.
Yeah.
Cool. But obviously with them two, they wasn't on the same page.
Nah, there was no communication whatsoever.
There was no communication whatsoever.
I mean, they were never an item. Obviously, they were never a couple, so there was just some
But see, that goes back to Ant
being, shit. That was a late night shit for him.
This goes back to Ant being reckless. Mm-hmm. Somebody tried to say, Ant lost his mother and his grandmother at a young age. He probably be seeking his older women as a void for. Okay, cool. For me, I just think he's just a wild, reckless, horny young nigga.
I mean, every young nigga likes an older woman, so it's like that's not even I guess if you want to play that card, but it's like, nigga, every nigga has had a phase where they talk to older women, where they just want to talk to older women. So it's not really a thing of him yearning for, the loss of his mother. I mean, maybe so, but I don't see it that way. I just see him as a young man who's, like you said, he really just don't give a fuck. I got $200 million. I'm getting a lot of money from Adidas. The league loves me. I'm a player. The fans love me. The people love me. The women fuck with me. Like, nigga, I'm just about to go live. I'm like, dog, I have $200 million. Even if you have the baby, I could still, here, child support.
But you know what the fucked up part about it is? He can just pay and that be it. Yeah. He won't be involved in that child's life, and that's the other side of the coin that's fucked up too.
Yeah, he's destroying homes.
Just paying child support is not enough.
Yeah, because you crippling the home.
You crippling the home, and you are again contributing to that same thing. Both of y'all, not just Ant. Yeah. Both of y'all are contributing to that broken homes. Like,
yeah, that what we have, because it's one person. It's like, this nigga is first of all, this nigga don't want kids. You know that off the rip, but you still going, I don't know how this situation happened with them. He could have been down for it. I don't know. But in your mind, like you said, she should have protected herself, because if she did her due diligence in a fashion,
I would give her more grace if she was 23.
Yeah, if she did, If she did,
but she's not only 38. She's 38 with a child from another famous person.
Yeah, you know how this shit goes.
So I can't leave that part of it out of it. Like that holds weight. Yeah. So you know better, and you're 38 years old. You are not 23 like Ant. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you've been around the block. That's just what it is. You have a rapper as a baby father.
And she's 8 years older than him.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not, and you have seen this with Ant. Had Ant been her first rodeo, that might be different. But he has 3 other baby mothers. Yeah. Now you're the 4th. So we seen Ant get exposed to text messages about, send the video. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, I need to see the video. You say you took that Plan B pill. I need to see it. What's up? But Ant 100% has responsibility in protecting yourself. Nigga, put a strap on, bruh.
And the crazy thing about it is, all Ant kids look just like him.
He can't
deny him, bro. He can't deny him, dog. So it's like,
I think he got all girls too. I think all his kids are girls.
Well, I mean, hey,
all his kids is girls.
You know how that shit go. You heard the saying.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, but for him to have 4 baby mothers, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, come on, man. Both irresponsible adults in the situation, 100%. Yeah,
because like I said, if she did her due diligence on this nigga, she would know that this nigga don't want kids. So why are you constant? But once it get after that, I don't know who did what to initiate what, but at the end of the day, for Ant, like you said, you got to protect yourself.
As weird as it might be, because let's be real, when most of the time when sex is about to happen, people are caught up in the moment.
Yeah, of course.
People, heated the passion, niggas is ready to get.
But that's the first time. After the first time, dog.
And again, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how many times they've engaged in having sex. I don't know. But y'all need to have those conversations. Now, the first time, okay, charge us. After that, no, like we need to set some boundaries here. What's the boundaries? Because I could go get the plan B right now, and when we done, I could go ahead and pop that shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Or if, yes, I do plan on getting a boy. Okay, whatever the case may be. Yeah. It's not normal practices as far as like actually having a piece of paper right on the nightstand and saying, yeah, I'm going to get the abortion after we have Ross. Yeah. Bro, just put the fucking condom on, bro.
Yeah. Call it
call it a night.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, for Ant to be his fourth one, come on, bro, tighten up.
Yeah, that is crazy, bro. And you only 23, bro.
Ain't no telling what you gonna be at 30.
I mean, he might be solid and get married and, you know, be more stable. But at the end of the day, that's still, you know, how many kids with 5 baby mamas?
And he got 4 now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's 4 with 4 for 4.
That's if, you know, he decides to leave this woman and find somebody else, you know, and then have, you know, because, you know, that's what niggas do now. Niggas will go, you know, do this shit. And then once they get about 28, 29, 30, they go find that one, and then they might have 3 other kids, and then that's it. The boy they married, you know what I'm saying? But they got 4 other baby mothers, you know? Mm-hmm. So, hey, man, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Eventually, there's a thin line between somebody just making young mistakes and somebody just not thinking clearly or just not giving a fuck to even care. And he's past the I feel like once you hit the second baby mother nigga by the second woman, then it's kind of past the, I'm young, I made a mistake. It's more, nigga, these
you're doing this purposely.
You know,
you're doing it on purpose.
These are choices.
You don't care.
Yeah, you don't care.
And that's like when he's young, 23 years old, 250 M's up, he ain't thinking about child support. He's not thinking about that because I have the money. That's what it is for these niggas. These niggas just don't care. Huh. And when they fucking these women that they've always dreamt about fucking, that's the only thing on their mind, bro. That's the only thing on their mind. And they're not thinking about putting no condom on. Mm-hmm. They're not thinking about even pulling out. They just busting right in them.
I mean, you know, you could say what you want about, you know, Jalen Green and Drea, but shit, I mean,
they appear to be happy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They appear to be happy.
They look like an actual couple.
Outside looking in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, granted, Drea, she's 40. He's 23. You get what I'm saying? That's crazy. Those conversations, you know, for those women to be of that age, yes, you should know better. And this is not a Jalen Green and Drea conversation because they look like, again, it appears they planned that.
Yeah, saying they look like they had the conversation.
And obviously wasn't trying to have no kids.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And he has a girlfriend. You get what I'm saying? So
that's another part.
It's a nasty situation. And again, we shouldn't even know about this. This goes back to handling shit like adults. Yeah. Had that conversation privately, bro. The internet doesn't need to know about none of this, but it's here now, so we gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
But Ant gotta be better, bro. Like that's deadbeat shit.
Yeah, you gotta take care.
You niggas be putting seeds in women that you don't want to have babies with. And then when they decide to have the kid, because like you said, some women believe in abortion, some don't.
Yeah.
Again, conversations that you need to have prior to engaging in raw sex, especially like you said, let's be real here. After the first time, okay, cool. Because the first time, most of the time, niggas ain't
it's
really
just
having
spare the moment. It's
going honest
down.
here.
Yeah,
but after that first time, it's kind of like, all right, bro.
You gotta have that conversation. Like, okay,
not trying to have kids.
Yeah.
So what we doing? Plan B, abortion, strap up. Yeah. That's what niggas need to be doing.
I mean, me personally, if I have raw sex with you, that means I don't mind having children. Like because I don't really do that shit like that, me personally. So if I had raw sex with you, that means I wouldn't mind having a baby from you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't but that have to be somebody who I genuinely fuck with and who who I can see, okay, this might get, if it's somebody who I don't plan, then nah, I'm scrapping out. Like, no.
Right.
We're not even about to play like that. But these niggas, like you said, they just got the money and they don't care. It's like, bro, I'll get 10 women pregnant. I don't give a fuck. And Ant, for that girl, she lives in Georgia. From what I heard, the child support payment in Georgia is like kind of low. So You know,
I mean, they still gonna base it off income anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, if he was in California, he would have been fucked. If he was in California, he would have been fucked. If all those women were in California, you have 4 baby mothers in California, he would have been fucked. But most of them, I think, are in Georgia, so the child support ain't, because the cost of living ain't, but so much. I mean, it's high, but compared to other cities like California and New York, like, that would have been a totally different ball game for him.
Right.
But since he's in Georgia, I guess maybe you feel like he can get off. But at the end of the day, $250. I mean, it was really child support to him, because I mean, girl, I could give you $50,000 a month if it really came down to that. I could give all of y'all give all of y'all $50,000 a month if it really came down to it. But I mean, that's even crazy, giving out $50,000 a month to 4 different women. Like,
it is.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking
That's
bread.
a lot of fucking money.
I don't care what a nigga says.
That's at least 1.5 a mil. At least 1.5 each
ridiculous,
year.
bro.
Maybe more than that.
Just be responsible adults. Have mature conversations with the fathers of your child, the mothers of your child, so your children don't gotta look back on this as they get older. Like, damn, daddy even want me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That could drive away to your relationship. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live with that. They never think about the long-term effects.
Yeah.
It's always in the moment. Trust me. Like, hey, we always talk about, post-nut clarity.
Yeah.
Have the clarity prior, my nigga.
Yeah.
Have the clarity, because post-nut clarity is real. It is real. But you need to have that clarity prior.
Yeah, because sometimes that post-nut clarity is too late.
Way too late by then. Way too late. So who canceled Big Meech party, man? Who's the culprit?
Hey, man, I don't know. I mean, look, you gotta think about it. Okay, so, all right, let's be honest with us. How many people were really gonna come to a Big Meech, welcome home party?
I don't know.
I mean, because if you look at that raw, I mean, they had some people. You gotta think, bro. They didn't even have Jeezy on that shit. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think them boys sold enough tickets. Me personally. I'm gonna just be real. I don't think them niggas sold enough tickets. I don't think this has nothing to do with 50 Cent. I just think these niggas are not selling.
Yeah, I don't think 50 had nothing. If he did, he would have said it.
Yeah, these niggas just ain't selling enough tickets, bro.
So that's what you think it is?
I think these niggas are not selling enough tickets.
Yeah.
That's basically, because, no offense, but it just didn't look right. First of all, you got Big Meech. You got a Welcome Home Big Meech concert, and you got like fucking Glorilla, Boss Man, D-Lo. Dog, where are the people who are of your age bracket, my nigga? Like, come on, like, you picking up niggas that, bruh, these old niggas don't really give a fuck about listening to, bruh. You should have had like Jeezy, Yo Gotti. You should have had like a real old.
I'm looking at this shit now. It's like, you
know what I'm saying? Who was on that? Who was on that shit, Mike?
Glow. Who else? Hold on, this shit just went away. Let me see. Go ahead, keep talking till I forget.
Yeah, man, it was just like, bro.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Lil Baby, Rick Ross, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Kodak, 42 Doug, Moneybag Yo, T Grizzly, ESTG.
No, man, for a concert.
Boss Man D-Lo.
For a concert like for back home Meech, you should have had Jeezy, Gotti, Ross. You should have had niggas of your era, because that would have brought you maybe could have had Trina. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should have had people of you getting a bunch of young niggas, bro. Like, nah, man, niggas ain't trying to. Nah, bro, them niggas ain't selling enough tickets. That's why that shit get canceled.
That shit wild. That shit was funny though. He ain't got to spend too much time on that, but of course, that whole dilemma, man. We'll see what comes with that. But I did find that to be funny as hell.
Them boy got a new Raising Kanan coming out, ain't it?
Yeah, March 7th, I think.
Yeah,
March 7th. I'm definitely peeping that.
I'm gonna check.
Jay-Z's case got dismissed. Saw that happen the other day as well. He also released a statement. Let me see what that said. Tony Busby drops a Jane Doe lawsuit against Jay-Z. Today's a victorious, a frivolous, fictitious, and appalling allegations have been dismissed. The civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale that they created was laughable. If not for the seriousness of the claims, I would not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. This 1-800 lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe And when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. The court must protect victims. Of course, while with the same ethical responsibility, the courts must protect the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all victims and those falsely accused equally. Sean Carter.
Hey, man.
Diddy dropped a statement as well from his representation. Let me see if I can find that as well.
Diddy funny because Diddy trying to I got a vid. Like, nigga, you still got a long way to go, bruh. You still got a long way to go. Like, you got this one off, which really wasn't really this shit. This shit. Anybody from a mile away could see that this was bullshit. So
the story didn't make sense off rip.
Yeah, don't get too excited, nigga. You still got a long way to go. Now it is. I will say this. Now it is starting to shape up like Diddy could walk, because the only thing he really getting prosecuted on is the Cassie shit.
Let me say this.
It looking like that
from somebody who has spoken out against Diddy when that video first came out, because again, I'm not no Diddy fan, so ever since that video came, it's been fuck him for me.
Yeah.
But in terms of what he's being held for,
yeah.
And I said this before, bruh, we're talking about sex trafficking. This is not something that's some low level shit. Yeah. This is very, 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 very serious. These tapes I've heard have been allegedly, they seen the tapes. They seem to be consensual acts with other celebrities that have been involved from based off what they seen on these tapes. No forceful acts, none of that. If Diddy is not guilty of sex trafficking, that man needs to be let go.
Yeah.
Again, this is not me putting on no cape for him. I don't give a fuck about him. This is strictly speaking about the case. I don't see no evidence of this man sex trafficking anyone. And you cannot hold this man based off the Cassie video. That's not what that is.
Mm-mm.
So if the only evidence you have is that Cassie video, then no, that's not what he's on trial for. I haven't seen no evidence or any leaks or anything that can be leading to Diddy being held where he should be held for sex trafficking, bro. Either show evidence of that or let the man go.
Yeah, I mean, when is this trial?
I think like March, April or something like that.
Okay, well then shit, we might see something then, but as of right now, I ain't really see about nothing that was so incriminating.
Like with R. Kelly, we had evidence.
Yeah.
And it was coming out in waves.
Mm-hmm.
With Diddy, I haven't seen anything that points to this man being a sex trafficker.
Nah, everything really just points to this nigga just being what we've already known.
A freak,
yeah, of what we already known. Yeah, what we've already known.
And I don't care about that. You get what I'm saying? Like, if this man is a freak, he's a freak. Mm-hmm. But we're talking about serious accusations here. We're talking about sex trafficking. That's the lowest of the low. If he's not guilty of that, then that man needs to be let go.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, nothing's really came about to make me say, oh,
he's guilty
of sex trafficking. Nothing's ever came out. But who knows? Maybe during trial they might have something that something that we don't know. But from what I've seen and heard, I mean, I don't really see, there's no evidence to point to that.
Me either, bro. So it'd be interesting to see how that pans out with that.
Yeah.
Like I said, that Jay-Z case, it never held no weight to me.
No, I already knew that was some bullshit.
That off rip seemed like some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So Ty Dolla $ign all of a sudden said he doesn't condone hate speech. He took the Y, separated himself from that on his bios and all that shit. Ty Dolla $ign, you could go to hell.
You're about to say, nigga, you pussy.
All this is them numbers ain't hitting how you did. So now all of a sudden you want to say, Nori had to take a goddamn Drink Chance video down because he had hate speech all throughout that fucking interview.
Yeah.
This was way before y'all did y'all collab album. So now all of a sudden now you don't condone hate speech. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
You pussy.
Stop it. I don't want to hear that.
And then at the end of the day, bro, you already know what you signed up for when you working with this nigga too. You already know what could possibly happen. And at the end of the day, you got to be cool with that.
And you chose to be cool with that and still make an album with that nigga.
2 albums at that.
2. So, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and that's some old, I just say, nigga on some pussy shit. Like, bro, you already know who you signed. You already know what you're dealing with. When you made 2 albums with this nigga. So you trying to tell me throughout 2 albums you couldn't figure out that, yeah, this nigga is off his shit half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now you don't want to be a part of that? Nah, nigga, get the fuck out of here, man.
Stop it, bro.
Yeah.
Stop. Man, I can't believe that nigga was rolling with some shit like that, bro.
Bro, he tried to get that off smooth too.
Very smooth.
I don't condone hate speech. Nigga.
What?
You mean to tell you this nigga done been hate speeching for 2 albums?
Right.
Now all of a sudden this nigga don't condone hate speeches. All right, man.
That nigga's hilarious, bro. That nigga's a clown.
Yeah,
that nigga's a clown.
He's a clown.
I seen that shit. I said, bro, get this clown ass nigga out of here, bro. Stop it, nigga. Did you peep All-Star Saturday night?
Yeah, I peeped it.
I didn't see nothing.
You didn't see nothing?
Nah.
Damn.
I was tied up.
I feel you. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. How the fuck we let 2 white dudes win in Black History Month, bro? This is.
Mac McClung been winning the dunk contest. Mataz Buzelis didn't show up for the dunk contest. I thought my dog was gonna put on the show, but apparently he didn't.
And here's the thing with Mac. Look, Mac dunks be basic, but he does it in an unbasic way, if it makes any sense. Cause
props.
So what?
Props,
and I will give this nigga props on this. This nigga got hang time.
Okay.
This nigga be like one dunk, bruh. He the dude was holding it up. He grabbed it. He spun halfway. He stopped for like 3 seconds, my nigga. Literally like 3 seconds in the air. Spun and dunked that shit. And I'm just like, dog, this dunk looks super basic, but when he slow it down, you realize, damn, this nigga really be sitting in the air, bro. Like, and then the last dunk he did, he jumped over Evan Mobley. Well, I think Evan Mobley had the ball in his hand. He jumped over him. So this nigga 6'11", damn near 7 feet. He jumps over him. He throws the ball off the rim and then grabs it. No, he throws the ball off the rim, grabs it.
Mike.
He throws the ball off the rim, grabs it, and then dunks the bitch. He does all of this shit within this nigga was sitting in the air for like 7 seconds doing all of this shit, bro. And that's really, it ain't really like the creativity of his dunk. And his props is creativity, but it's not creativity as far as like, it's not like no Michael Jordan's, Dominique Wilkins type of, Vince Carter type of creativity. But it was cool, and then he had the one dunk I thought was pretty smooth. I ain't gonna lie. He had one to where, once again, he used the prop, he jumped over a nigga. But he jumped over a nigga, he dunked one ball, and then the other ball he had in his hand, he fucking did a windmill and dunked the shit.
So he dunked 2 at one time.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that nigga got hang time. But Stephon Castle did really good. He had a really good showing.
Okay.
I wish he would have got that in the finals. He had one dunk that was dope, but he didn't do it on the first try. He got like on a 3rd try maybe. Where
that's a factor too. If you getting them on the first one, that's a lot.
And that's a lot to your score. Mac gets everything on the first try.
Okay.
Like literally everything on the first try. So there was one where for Stephon Castle, the guy who was helping him, he basically laid the ball up, and the ball, he laid it up. The ball went through the net. Stephon Castle grabbed the shit out the net, put the ball between his legs, and dunked that bitch. If he would have got that on the first one, he would have got all 50s. And with that happening, it probably would have set that up, because the second dunk he did was tough too. He did like almost like the Zach LaVine dunk, where Zach LaVine put it behind his back, but except he put it behind his back and cuffed it and versed that bitch and slammed it, and that got all 50s. And all Mac dunks got all 50s, so they would have eventually had a dunk off at the end.
Okay.
If he would have got that first dunk down in his final round, because that shit was hard too. I ain't gonna hold you. Then Tyler Hero ended up winning the 3-point contest. Buddy Hield, he
fumbled on the last rack. He missed because he had to make all of them, and he missed the second to last one he missed. Okay.
So
and then I heard Chris Paul did some dickhead shit in the skills contest.
Of course, try to rig the system.
So what did he do exactly?
He was basically like telling Wemby, don't shoot the ball. I don't know why.
So they was just throwing the ball or something?
Yeah.
They wasn't trying to shoot.
No. I think that's what it was.
I know Silver should have chopped their damn head off.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I heard he's going to have a conversation with the NBA is going to have a meeting with the players before the All-Star game.
Yeah, probably you need to take
But they're doing like some tournament type style shit.
I think it's like Shaq, Chuck, and Ernie, and I think Shaq, Kenny, and
it's all 4 of them.
Yeah, they all got teams and shit. And
so apparently it's Team Kenny versus Team Chuck at 8:20, and then Team Shaq versus Team Candace at 9:10, and then the championship is at 10 o'clock.
But I think
first team to 40 points in all the games.
But I think also with one of the teams from the Rising Star Challenge, they playing. I think the rookie team from the Rising Star Challenge. I think they play a team too.
Yeah, I see. Draymond got a gripe with that. He said players from the Rising Stars shouldn't be playing with All Stars.
Kind of defeats the purpose of the All Star game.
Yeah,
about it. I kind of see his point because, nigga, you're a rookie. Like unless you if you were going to be an All Star, you would be playing with us.
Yeah, so
they're just they're just throwing shit to the wall,
hoping it stick, man.
At this point.
And I will say, NBA All Star Weekend had no buzz.
None, bro.
Did you watch Celebrity Game?
Nope. But I do see. The only thing right now, really now, for going out All Star Weekend is like personal purpose or like shopping purpose.
Yeah, shopper.
Because shit be coming out during.
Yeah, niggas was copping Nike SB4s, the Great Fives. I was like, God damn, niggas had
4s.
Shit, but yeah, I feel like it's just going out there for personal.
Yeah, for personal.
It ain't really for the event, man. That shit had no buzz.
Nah, bruh. I saw they had like a Jordan brand event that would look pretty dope. Jordan brand's doing some things out there. I see. But yeah, man, that's really what it's for now, bro. It's not really even for the game anymore, which sucks. Or for it's really just for like socially, personal wise, networking, shit like that. I don't even really hear nothing about parties and clubs really. That used to be the shit, nigga. We partying at All-Star Weekend. Like I don't even really hear that no more. Like, I used to, see people like, yeah, we're going to such and such during All-Star Weekend. We're going this way. We're going that. We're going here. We're going there. But I see a lot of people just visiting events. Like, Jordan Brand got an event. This company got an event. It's really just moving into like a networking space.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we had the Black Toe Reimagine drop this weekend.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's but then they up and release Great Fives. The Nike SB4, the Navy pair, I want that shit. I'm getting that.
Word, that's on your hit list?
100%, because the green one is fire. They got a red one that's supposed to come. I don't like the red one.
Yeah.
But that Navy one, fire. Mm-hmm. Fire. I'm definitely copping that. So yeah, man, this seemed like that was really pretty much, because it's in Oakland, right?
Mm-hmm. San Francisco.
Jello performed, but I heard his performance was kind of ass.
Hey, maybe Currency was right, man. Currency was probably, hey, Spade you was right.
You better make that $8 million back.
Because
that's all I know.
I mean, I guess he got another song that's kind of straight. It's called Law and Order. The shit alright, you know what I'm saying? The shit kind of goes. So I don't know how they're gonna roll that out, but I think this Tweaker song, this 15 minutes for this Tweaker song is up.
Oh, okay.
I think it might be up right now.
Damn.
It was started off very hot, but you got to keep the momentum, man. And personally, bro, you got to keep releasing tracks. You can't just. This is a new, different age, man, because that's not a song that was not a song that I was going to maintain over time. That was definitely the pop that blew you up. Now you gotta
right.
You gotta keep dropping now, son. It can't just be that one right there. You can't ride that. I think that wave is kind of done now. You didn't perform that you didn't perform this song at All-Star Weekend and with the Detroit Lions. My nigga, you gotta come with something else.
Damn.
You can't ride the wave on this shit. I feel like this momentum is starting to go down.
I mean, hey, so it is what it is, man. At this point with this All-Star shit, I'm not gonna be complaining about it no more. It is what it is. Niggas know what they got to do, man. You're choosing to do better or you're choosing not to. That's all.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, we need to go back to like All-Star games when niggas had their original jerseys, man. I want to go back to that.
Some of the All-Star Weekend jerseys was fire, though.
Yeah, it was.
They could do either or. These don't look too bad, though. I got to see them on the players, actually.
Yeah.
So I got to go back and see. But
I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy because Jordan Brand is doing, like, when Adidas, with Nike, I mean, when the NBA was sponsored by Adidas, that's when, I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of whack. I ain't gonna lie, that era. Because that's when we had the sleeve jerseys. That was all Adidas.
That was stupid.
That's when the
NBA Finals jersey is a T-shirt jersey for the biggest championship they ever won in their franchise history, and it's in a T-shirt jersey.
You can't even rock that shit as a throwback, bro. You can't rock that shit as no throwback.
No. It's a T-shirt, my nigga. It's not open. It's not no rec.
Word, bro. Like
that was the worst shit that ever happened to the NBA.
When Adidas took over for the NBA,
T-shirt jersey shit was ass.
Shit was horrible.
Horrible, my nigga. No, bro. Don't ever do no shit like that again.
And now I think it's like more like Jordan Brand is really doing it. Like far as like the jerseys, I just remember it's crazy. Like, cause the best jerseys were like Champion, the Nikes, to me, Nike Swingman is still, besides Mitchell and Ness, Nike Swingman is the best jersey. Even the Nike Swingman apparel back then was just super fire, bro. Like, I wish the NBA kind of would get back into that model, even though it was done, it's done. But like the Nike Swingman shorts, gas. The jerseys, the official ones, gas. Because I remember Champion used to do the Champion official jerseys?
Yes.
Those shits was nice because I had a homeboy, his brother had the Orlando Magic one. That was a Champion one. And that shit was just gas. But the Nike one was tough too. The official Nike Swingman one was gas too. Like, Nike needed, the NBA got to get back to that. But when it was in Adidas, bro, that shit was in the dark ages.
Hey, man, it is what it is. I'm interested to see how they look, but just put some more effort, man. That's all niggas ask for. Niggas ain't asking for y'all to go out there and pick up somebody 90 feet.
Yeah.
That's it. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, man. There was something else that happened. I feel like I missed. What was that? We still haven't got an update on ASAP case.
Yeah.
We still got to wait on that.
That's going to, I don't know when that wraps up, but that should be wrapped up.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching Invincible. Invincible came back out for season 3. Mm-hmm. If you're an Invincible fan, hey, bro. Lil Bruh's going to be a problem. You ever watch that show?
I watched a little bit of it. I ain't catch all of it now, but I've seen a little bit of it.
You got to watch it. That's some good shit.
Yeah.
I never read the comics, but I'm loving the show, so that's pretty much all I got. We already said BMF will be back. Captain America, the movie, that's out. I don't know if I'm going to go see that, though.
I've heard people give it I've seen some people give it a solid review, about 7.
I've been in Middleton.
Damn, you hear mid?
I've been hearing this mid.
Damn.
But I gotta.
Come on, Anthony Mackie.
They trying to say, hey man, some superheroes need to stay white. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not even against that, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not against no shit like that.
But in different universes, they are like within the comic books. It'd be different universes where like people are, it's multiple.
Right.
It's multiple Captain Americas. Different universes. But damn, that's crazy. Damn, Anthony Mackie.
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy, yo. How the boy play you like that, dog?
You see that shit, bro? That shit wild, bro.
Yeah, them niggas say he gotta stay white, bro.
So we'll see. We'll see what's to come from that, man. Other than that, man, like always, man, appreciate all the supporters, all the listeners, always tuning in, tapping in with us. Y'all continue to go out here. February is almost over. So if you started off the new year on some goals and you tailed off, nigga, you need to get back on that shit. Or if you still on top of it, salute to you staying on top of it. Don't fall off. This is tax season, of course. So, of course, man, be smart out here. Don't try to get over on the man because the man will always catch up to you. Please do not try to get over on the man. Do your due diligence. Get it on up and out of here so you don't got to worry about it in the long run, man.
And speaking of which, man, since we on this topic, hey, everybody cannot do taxes, bruh.
Nah,
really trust and do your due diligence. Yes, and do your due diligence on who you get your taxes done from. You know what I'm saying?
You'll end up in fucking jail or having a hefty fine.
Nigga, if you fuck around and you fucking with Keisha or you fucking with, you fucking with your dog, and, you get, you only make a certain amount, you get $15,000 back. You need to go and ask yourself, man. You got to ask yourself, bro, is it worth it?
Right.
Because you know damn well you're not supposed to be getting no fucking $15,000. You ain't even got no kids, nigga. How the fuck you get $15,000 back off taxes?
That's crazy, bro. That's insane. So, yeah, man, y'all continue to be safe, be productive out here. Ultimately, keep your peace, man. Don't put no price tag on your peace. Peace is non-negotiable. Yeah, man, so that's pretty much all I got. Marcus, you got anything?
Nah, man, just everybody, if you got a goal, man, stick to it. It's all about building bricks out here, building blocks, doing it brick by brick. So, just keep going. Every little bit counts. So whether you see small improvement, big improvement, as long as you're improving, that's all that matters.
Hey, man. So like we say every week on the show, man, you hear anything on the show that gets you in your feelings, you feeling some type of way, always remember, we're just some messengers.
We out. It start raining like a motherfucker out the blue, dog.